I started off as Vlogmas with like the best setup and so on, but you know that from the 24th, ever since that video was not posting, I filmed it, I edited it, it was not playing ball, and I ChatGPT'd it as well. I was like, oh, okay, you know what, I've got basically a PA to do this sort of stuff for me, tell me what's wrong and I'll do the step by step. I did what ChatGPT told me to do, didn't blimmin' work. Because it basically went, oh yeah, that's an Adobe thing, you're just going to have to export in QuickTime. So I did that and it was ridiculously big. It just was not working. So what I ended up doing was going, you know what, it's December, there's probably a new version of Premiere Pro out. So I looked for that, realised that I hadn't updated you. So I turned it off and on again, did the update, and then magically it started working again. So basically, kids, do not overcomplicate it. Always start with the age-old IT, turn it off and on again, and check for updates. Twixmas is a bit of a weird time. We need to be comatose or we can prep for next year. And I decided this year to prep for next year because prepping is the only way I will get things done. And I'm quite good at prepping when I'm in the mood. So what I was doing was, I've been through a lot of tools over the years. And I quite like Notion. It's quite fun. I like the databases. I like the fact that you can add a cover and stuff to things. It pleases me, and it's free. So I was like, you know what, Notion is a tool that I will use. I'm prepared to go back to Notion. I'm not very good at Notion though, and it is so much nicer when you have something really aesthetic. So I thought I'll dig around in some Notion templates. These are the templates I found. This is a recipe book. It's again just me playing around, and it looks really nice. And I thought, you know what, that is a fantastic idea. Have all the recipes that we use in this Notion template, and then we can do like a Russian roulette of food to have. I'll probably change this. This is basically the raw template, apart from I've added this and not attached it to the database properly, but I will work out how to do that at some point. I just needed to have it written down. Also, some of the recipes that they've put in the template look really good. I don't know if this is their recipes, and I will try my utmost to leave their details in the description of the video, because honestly some of these are absolute stunners. I fully intend to try at least a couple of these, though I'm a very fussy eater, so don't take it personally if I don't. I figure prep my week with the food, have all the recipes in one place, because it's such a pain when you can't find a recipe. Like, we were looking for our chocolate mousse recipe, which is really simple. It's like double cream, dark chocolate, and a little bit of milk, I think. It's really, really simple, really delicious, but just having it there means that either of us can pick it up and roll with it. So that is the plan. I've been playing around with formatting a little bit with this one, but I also figure that the ones here are just as good, but I do think I've got like a little step up on the formatting. I like the fact that I've got a picture of the recipe as well. So I like completeness, you know, so I'm pretty darn happy with that. The only issue I have with this is this cover, because it's a little bit pixelated, so I'm going to do my darndest to find an alternative to that, 'cause I really like the concept, like the sketchy foods stuff. That feels put together, it appeals to me, so I'm going to find an alternative to that. But the rest of it, absolute mwah, 10 out of 10. Not convinced I'm going to be using the calendar, but it's also good to plan ahead. Next up, I was playing around with some vision boards, and I think this is absolutely gorgeous, but I just don't think it's me. But it does make me go, oh, this is all this stuff that you can do with it. I wanted to show you just in case it was more you. I then found this yearly planner, which is a little bit more me, but I still think it's not quite right. I like the fact that there's calendars and there's different months and so on, and to-do lists. Cluttering wardrobe. That should be decluttering. Maybe that was on the to-do list, just adding more clutter to the wardrobe. I really like some of these bits though. I want to take elements of it and put it into mine eventually. But the thing is, I can write a goal list really well. I can plan things and have all these great aspirations and so on, but it's a follow through, and that's why again I'm coming to Notion for it. So if I have it all in one place, then it's a lot easier for me to keep track of it and to keep myself accountable. Notion, to my understanding, is based around databases. That's where you can get the most use out of it. So I just created a database. I didn't do the evil eye, by the way. I did a suggestion, which I think is actually fantastic. And I just wrote some things that I wanted to do. It's got a filter on it, there's some goals there that are just a bit more personal, like weight, relationships, that sort of stuff. I'm intending for this exercise to actually work, you know. There's all sorts of tools and stuff out there, but the crux of the matter is that I've got a list of things that I want to achieve, and in order for me to achieve them, I need to be hacking away at them. It's little and often is the way to actually achieve it. For example, I've wanted to be self-sufficient on my income for a really long time, but what that actually means, instead of just going, oh, that would be really nice, it's different. It's in reality, it's different. I could either make some jewellery and, you know, get a certain number of things like that. Or I can plan it, use books and training and all that sort of stuff to actually try a few different things. So that's one thing that I want to be thinking about. I want to keep posting to YouTube. I want to do one video per week, and I can do it. I'm almost finished with Vlogmas. I have been able to do a video a day, which has been a lot, because it's not just sitting down and recording a video, but it's the editing, it's getting the ideas together, it's just trying different things as well, which is quite scary to do, but you don't know what will resonate with people until you try. I literally have over a year's worth of ideas. So it's quite easy to plan out, but actually feeling confident enough to do it is a bit different. And the way that I've been getting through Vlogmas is planning and batch recording, batch editing, etc. And I can't do this every single day. This is taking quite a lot out of me, but I can do a video a week. If I can do a video a day for a whole month, I can do a video a week for a whole year. It's actually like 2 months worth. And if I've got a whole year's worth of time to do that, that is more than doable. Holiday abroad. I don't know if this one's going to happen, but I would love for it to happen. So in order to plan that out, I need to think about what that looks like to us in 2026. It's a bit hard going from traveling the world to having a weekend break, because you know what it can look like. And if it doesn't look as exciting and, you know, the best of the best that you've had away, it's not quite the same. But also, I don't want that to be really expensive. See, that's part of it. So when we were away, when it was just the two of us, it was quite easy to hop on a night bus. I mean, we did enjoy it, but it's like a cheap night bus. You can get from A to B, and it's relatively inexpensive. You stay in a hostel and don't spend loads, don't eat loads of food out, all that sort of stuff. But it will look different going forward. Schedule chores in an easier way. It's been quite hard recently because my energy levels have not been amazing, and I'm quite good at just like getting something done. I didn't used to be. I always used to have, I had such a messy room when I was growing up. It's partly a control issue and partly because it's like inattentiveness, but now I'm like mug, dishwasher, plate, dishwasher. Like it's really easy for me now when I'm switched on, if I'm tired and then I don't have the extra energy to go around the house and grab all the mugs and stuff. So that is going to be just getting into the habits, because when we were away, when we were house sitting, we kept those houses relatively tidy because we had to, because we were only there for a month. When we first came back, it was really easy as well. We've kind of got a little bit lax because this is our space and we know that we can just do a big tidy up, make it look amazing. But we don't necessarily do it for ourselves, and I think that's key. I think having some sort of link between how we feel in ourselves and the house, because it's there anyway, but having it a little bit easier to understand, easier to do, keeping the dishwasher clear so that you just put it straight in there, all that sort of stuff. If it's easier, you're more likely to do it, and having things like the robot hoover, that is gonna make it easier long term. We just need to have a little bit more think about it. Planning what success looks like. This is a little bit of a weird one to have separately, because every single one of these is kind of doing that. Like, what does success look like in a holiday abroad? Not spending too much money, not stressing ourselves out, making sure the animals are right, all of that. That is what success looks like. But if I have a checklist going in, think about the financial impact, think about the relationship impact, think about the animals, all that sort of stuff, it makes all the components easier to just pull out and then apply to every single one of those. So hopefully that'll be an easier one to do. And then home improvements. Since we got back, there's a load of little things that we've been doing, but there's some bigger ones that are slightly terrifying because we haven't done any big home improvements before. We've got a garage roof that needs fixing. I mean, we've done loads of tiling and stuff ourselves, but getting people in is a different kettle of fish because we don't really have any contacts that we trust. It's interesting because it's not insignificant, so that's a skill that we're going to have to work out. So it's partly getting stuff done ourselves. There's some things that we can do, there's some things that we can't, like gas and electric, so we need to increase our knowledge of the market, our trust of certain individuals, and understand the jobs a bit more in order to properly interview people. Those are my big 2026 goals. I'd be really interested to know how much of those align with yours, because I feel like a lot of people have similar ones. Like, make next year easier for me. Do some home improvements and become more self-sufficient in the income, or diversify. I would be interested to know how much yours overlap with mine, and if you've got any different ones as well. Maybe you're going in a totally different direction. That'd be really exciting. Please do share. As I said, I'm good at planning, just need to follow through. Have a lovely evening. See you tomorrow. Bye.